Hey guys, welcome back to Broken Journey, the podcast. I am your host, Elba Rivera. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you're having a wonderful day so far. On today's episode, we're diving into something that many of us put last on our list, and that's self care. And no, I'm not just talking about facials, spa days, and bubble baths, even though those are great, but they're temporary. I mean intentional actions that protect your energy, your nurtures your mind, and helps you show up for your best self. And whether you're a man, a woman, a parent, or just someone trying to get through the day, in this episode, I'll walk you through 5 simple steps to make self care part of your daily life, plus practical activities that you can start doing right now. So sit back, relax, and let's talk about why taking care of yourself is not selfish. It's essential. Guys, before we get started with the 5 steps, I wanted to say this quote, and it goes self care isn't a luxury, it's maintenance for your body, your mind, and your soul. And that couldn't be more true. So let's define self care because some of you think that self care is just going to get facials, going to get your nails done. And again, these are great things to do to take care of yourself, right? Um, but again, we want something that's going to be working on a monthly, on a daily basis, right? And so self care is intentional actions to improve physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual health. It's not just pampering, it's also boundaries, rest, and healthy habits. Let me remind you, men need self care too, as much as us women, right? And I know that a lot of men usually don't do that. And self care looks a little different for men, but it's still the same importance as it is for us women, right? So let's start with step one. Assess your needs. Pay attention to where you feel drained. Do you feel drained physically? Do you feel drained mentally? Do you feel drained emotionally? Or do you feel drained in all three categories, right? Um, Sometimes that happens. And let me just give you an example. Are you skipping meals? Are you working late daily? Are you feeling constantly on edge? Do you feel like people are overstepping their boundaries? These are some of the things that can really take a toll on you, right? So let's look at step two, setting boundaries. Learn to say no without feeling guilty. I know sometimes I can feel guilty just to say no, but it's essential, right? So sometimes I make sure that if it's something that I really can't do or I don't have the time to do it, I will say no. And I try not to feel guilty about it. Sometimes I do, but whatever. It is what it is. I deal with it at the moment, right? And then boundaries with work, social life, and even family is essential. And here are a few examples of setting boundaries, right? Because I know speaking with, certain people, they have a hard time with boundaries. And some people are people pleasers, so it makes it even harder to set these boundaries. So when it comes to work boundaries, don't say yes to every project. Instead, ask yourself, does it fit with your priorities, right? When you're doing a project or you have already too much on your plate, don't say yes. When it comes to a relationship, let friends and family know when you need space to recharge. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to go out today, or I'm sorry, I can't attend that event today. I'm exhausted from work. Sometimes we have things that are stressing us out at work, and sometimes we just need to calm down, or we need to, just unwind for the day. Okay, family boundaries. Divide responsibilities instead of carrying everything yourself. Like if you're washing dishes, have somebody start the laundry. Or if you are cooking, maybe, that other person in your family can help you with, the cooking and you're not doing everything by yourself, right? And then let's talk about technology boundaries. Don't feel pressured to respond instantly to DMs, texts, or emails when you're busy. You know, I know that sometimes I like to respond right away, but because sometimes I forget and I don't want to forget and make that person feel, like I forgot about them. But sometimes I won't read the text until I am ready. I see it on my phone, but I won't open it until I'm ready because I'm busy doing something, right? And then personal boundaries. Schedule 30 to 60 minutes a day for yourself, no matter what. Schedule it. That leads me into step three. Schedule it. If it's not on your calendar, it's easy to skip. I will tell you that my job is very busy, and sometimes I have to schedule things on my agenda. I have a calendar, like agenda book, and I write down what are the things that I need to do for that day. I do three personal and three business, and I make sure that I add it to my calendar because if I don't, I get so crazy with things that I'm doing on a daily basis that I forget, right? And then for men, block time for gym, hobbies, or sports. Women, block time for skincare, journaling, or walks, nature walks, or even walks around the block. Treat it like an appointment that you can't miss, right? Like if you're going on, a date with somebody, or if you have a doctor's appointment, schedule it that way and make sure that you do not cancel it, right? Because this is for you. This is something that you want for yourself. Okay, we're going to move on to step four. Mix physical and mental care. Physical, exercise, stretching, hydration, healthy meals, massages, meditation, reading, therapy, quiet time without screens, because sometimes the screens can really take a toll on your mind mentally, right? And then keep variation to prevent burnout. Make sure that you're doing different things so you're not burnt out when it comes to work, when it comes to personal life, right? And then let's go to step number five. Make it non negotiable. Create a ritual that you can stick to. Do morning routines. Maybe do a morning walk. I'm not a morning person, so definitely I do not do morning time. Maybe Sunday resets. Take some time to reset and just relax. Maybe do nothing for a few hours. Maybe read a book. Maybe go outside and, again, take a nature walk. Or, call a friend and maybe you guys can go take a walk together. Or weekly activities that are right for you, right? Something that you love to do, something that makes you feel joy, right? Um, and then remind yourself that you show up better for others when you show up for yourself first. And then let's go to self care activities for men and women. Okay, this is something that is for everybody. These are activities that you can start doing right now. For everyone, morning stretches or yoga, 10 minutes of mindful breathing. I saw a video somewhere of mindful breathing, which really helps clarify your mind, especially during the morning time, which is really good. Again, a walk in nature. Go to one of those nature trails. Trail. I was thinking about trail mix. Do a nature trail, right? Cook a healthy meal. When you eat healthy things or you eat things that help nurture your body, helps as well. and do a digital detox. I think I've spoken about that before in other episodes about giving yourself social media breaks, a few episodes back. But you can do a digital detox for a day. You can do it for a couple of days if you can stand it, right? Because nowadays everything is scrolling and watching social media. But again, a digital detox. Listen to a motivational podcast. There are so many out there. Or just listen to mine. Thank you. I appreciate you. Listen to things that are feeding your mind positivity, right? You don't want to feed yourself your mind junk because your conscious mind remembers all of that. And then for men, sports or fitness challenges, DIY projects or car maintenance, that's therapeutic for some. Barbershop grooming day. Take a day to not only get a haircut, maybe get a facial, right? Um, Learning a new skill like meditation, woodwork, or photography, or even a new language, right? And then for women, again, spa day or at home facials, maybe take some time with your girlfriends, maybe have them over for, a DIY project, maybe a solo coffee date, and you bring your book with you and read your book for a little while at a coffee shop. And then, browsing bookstores, you can do that as well. Or you can create a vision board. Do something that's going to give you motivation to do something for the future. And then how about mindset shifts, right? Let go of guilt. Self care is a form of responsibility, not indulgence. You're not being selfish, you're being sustainable. Stop putting yourself at the bottom of the list. This is for both men and women. Think about your body, think about your mind as a car engine. If you don't change the oil or don't do regular maintenance, tune ups, eventually it's going to break down. And self care is that maintenance for your mind and your body and your soul. And it needs to perform at its best in everyday life. So, guys, here is a recap. Assess your needs, set boundaries, schedule it, mix physical and mental care, make it non negotiable. I encourage you to pick one self care action this weekend and commit to it. As we have a long weekend, it's Labor Day weekend, and continue it for the rest of the week. See how you feel. And if you are on Instagram and you are doing your self care, please feel free to tag me at Broken Journey underscore the podcast. So, guys, this is it for this episode. I hope that you have enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for joining me today again. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful Labor Day weekend. And I hope that you truly enjoy taking care of yourself. Guys, feel free to share this with anyone you think may need this podcast. Again, thank you for joining me. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye, guys.